You know, manifesting is pretty simple. Whenever you can't manifest, it's not usually because you don't have the right technique. It's not usually because you don't have enough knowledge. It's not usually because there's a better secret way to do it that somebody else figured it out that you don't know it. People have been doing this for thousands of years. And yeah, there are more and more creative ways to do it, but the basics are the same, and you always have to come back to the basics and validate everything you do from the basics. You know the basics, the basic rule that can't be crossed ever. It's very simple. You gotta live like you already have the thing that you want. That's all. So ask yourself, when you're doing all those techniques, when you're manifesting, when you're doing your visualizations, are you living and doing them as the person that already has your thing? Or are you doing them desperately, anxiously, trying to get the thing that you want? Most likely is the second one. Like, the more you do them in an anxious way, trying to get the thing you don't have, the more you are telling yourself in reality that you don't have that thing. And that's what reality will manifest. It's pretty simple. You gotta be, again, in the awareness that you already have that thing. So you don't visualize to get it. You visualize to experience and to enjoy a thing that you must believe you already have. That's the secret. And everything you do, you gotta go through that filter. Who am I when I'm doing this technique? Am I somebody who strives to get that? Or am I somebody who already has it? And the more you can stay in the awareness of the person who already has it, the more you'll manifest. That's all. That's basically all you need to know about manifestation in 3 minutes of talking slowly. You gotta check yourself. You gotta be aware. What thoughts and feelings and actions and states are you in during the day? Because let's say you can manage during your visualizations at night to be the person that already has it, to enjoy the thing. But when a situation in reality comes to contradict it, what do? Are you giving it importance? Are you stressing out? Are you doing visualizations and trying to get to that state to trying to remove that situation? Because if you do, you're not in the awareness that you already have it. Yeah, I know it may seem like there's proof that you already don't have it. But you gotta realize your awareness and consciousness creates everything in the reality. The thing you know and you have in your subconscious, that's what is manifesting always. So, when you see proof that you don't have the thing outside, you gotta change your mind and to not believe reality. You gotta give more power to what's inside your mind, to what you decided you already have inside your mind. Because if you put reality always on the top and everything physical, it's what's real and what dictates what exists out there, that's what you'll continue to manifest. And maybe even worse, because you have some beliefs, you always associate negative things. Like if you at least be present and be realistic. You'll be kind of neutral, you'll see things. Yeah, I'm this kind of person. We all kind of have semi-equal chances to do the thing. If another person can do it, so can I. But you don't do that, at least. You're always, most of the case, you always have trauma like, I'm the worst, I suck, I'm so unlucky. Over the top things that neither from a normal perspective are not true. When I was in that perspective, let's say, I don't know, 6 years ago or something like that, I had so much bad luck with crypto and investing, like chances of a coin going down. First time in 18 weeks or something like that, it happened. The weekend I decided to take an action. Like the exact hour I work from home with my business, but I had to do some singing lessons and stuff. And the exact hour when I went to the singing lessons, the coin went up and then down and it plummeted. The exact hour I couldn't sell it. So you can manifest stuff like that if you are desperate and you think nothing works out for you or you're so unlucky. That used to be a belief of mine. So, yeah, I would get to a state where I'm present if I were you. And don't associate all these meanings to reality. But if a circumstances trigger you, you note that down, you take a note, and you start writing down the thoughts that you must overcome, the old awareness that you must overcome. Because if you do that, you become more and more and more aware of it, and you become more aware of the state that you're trying to not be in. So when a thought like that comes, you immediately change it to, how would I view the situation from the person who already has it? Like if an extra large bill came, what would you say? You'll be like, oh, it's okay. I already have more than enough, so I don't care. Pay. If you can't pay it physically, imagine you have already paid it. A good rule of thumb is, how are you feeling during the day when you're doing all this manifestation, when you're waiting for your result, when you're applying all these techniques, and when you think you're living in the end? Are you relaxed? Or are you stressed, always striving to have it, always being desperate, checking for evidence? Which one is it? For me, it was the second one a lot, and I had trouble manifesting when it was like that. Because you gotta know, if you already had the thing that you wanted to manifest, how would it feel? I think you'd be more relaxed, you'd be focused on other things. You won't always try to check and be desperate about it. Right? Just imagine being that person. It's pretty logical. And yeah, you don't have to be perfect with this, but you gotta understand that awareness of being the person that already has it. That is the most important thing in manifestation. It's not techniques. It's not secret cheat codes. It's not how much time you put in it. It's who you are. It's being the person who already has it. Another thing, you gotta understand or have belief in something that works outside of your external mind. For example, you have to have belief in the mechanism of reality. Whenever you think of something, you have to know that it's manifesting to some degree. You have to know that reality comes from your head, from your consciousness. It's this belief in a higher power, let's say. It comes from you, but it's also a mechanism that you don't have control of. If you can't think of that, other ways is you can think of the universe that is outside of you and give trust in that if you live in the state that you already have it, it will materialize for you. If it's not the universe, you can trust God, you can trust karma, you can trust quantum leaps, you can trust realities, you can trust whatever you want, but you gotta have faith that there is a mechanism that does this for you. If you apply the basic rule that you are living like you already have it. So yeah, I think this is enough for this video. Again, live by that basic rule and see what happens.